Thanksgiving is supposed to be about family, but sometimes family shows up even when they're not supposed to. This story is called The Seat at the End of the Table. I wasn't planning on going to Thanksgiving this year. My family is complicated. Old grudges, new problems, and a kind of tension you can smell before you walk in. But this year was different. Everyone agreed to meet at Aunt Sharon's house, the first one since my cousin Ethan passed away. He died in April, car accident, 26 years old. Nobody talked about it. Nobody wanted to. When I walked in, the house smelled like cinnamon and turkey. Everyone acted normal, laughing too loud, smiling too hard, like they were afraid grief might hear them if they got too quiet. We all sat down, all 12 of us, and that's when I noticed it, a 13th chair. At the far end of the table, a plate, silverware, and a napkin folded perfectly. Nobody sat there. I leaned over to my sister. "Who's that for?" She looked at me like she didn't understand the question. "What do you mean? There's only 12. I counted again. 12 bodies, but 13 settings. The extra plate was still there, serving of food, steam rising off it. Too fresh, too intentional. I let it go, told myself I was tired. Dinner went normally, football on TV, kids running around, my aunt insisting I take more stuffing. But halfway through the meal, my uncle went pale. He stared at the far end of the table, fork paused halfway to his mouth. You know that look people get when they've seen something they know isn't real, but their brain hasn't caught up yet? That look. My aunt asked, "What's wrong?" He shook his head slowly. "Doesn't matter," he said. "Just thought I saw something." We all laughed it off. Nerves, memories, whatever. But a few moments later, my cousin Jake dropped his glass. Just let it fall right out of his hand. It shattered on the floor. He whispered, "Someone just brushed my shoulder." Everyone turned quiet, even the kids. My aunt tried to play it off. Cold draft, nerves, stress. But I looked at the empty chair, and the napkin on that unused plate was unfolded now, like someone had picked it up and set it back down. Sharon got annoyed, said we were all being disrespectful and dramatic. So she grabbed the extra plate and started clearing it angrily. "Whoever set this..." She froze. Then she whispered, "Did one of you write this?" She held up the napkin. There were words on it, messy, written in a shaky hand. "I'm still here." Everyone stared. Nobody moved. My aunt started crying silently, the kind you pretend isn't happening. She put the napkin down and said, "Let's not make this something." But after dinner, the real nightmare started. We took a group photo around the table, something my family always does. Everyone lined up, everyone smiled, no empty chairs. Later that night, my sister texted me, "Look at the picture, zoom in behind Mom." I did, and my heart dropped to my stomach. Behind my mom's shoulder, half in the kitchen doorway, half in the dark, Ethan. Same hoodie he was buried in, same tired smile, same scar. Not transparent, not ghostly, whole, alive, looking directly into the camera. I thought my sister edited it. I called her. She was crying. "It's not just ours," she whispered. "Check the others." Other relatives had sent the same photo from different phones, different angles, different lighting. Ethan wasn't all of them. Same spot, same expression, as if he'd been standing there the entire time and we simply didn't see him. I zoomed further. That's when I noticed what he was holding. A fork, stained with gravy. And in that corner, barely visible, that same napkin from his place setting, the one that said, "I'm still here." But now under it, a second line of text. "Next year, set 2 places." Family never really leaves. Some just wait for an invitation. So if you ever find an extra seat at your Thanksgiving table, maybe it wasn't set by accident. Good night. You've been listening to The Moonlit Narrator, and if tonight's story stayed with you, you're not the only one they follow. If you have a true encounter, a nightmare you can't shake, or something that visited your room in the dark, tell me. There's a submission link in the description. Your story might be the next one whispered here. Until then, keep your doors locked, your lights low, and your corners in sight. Good night.